Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. We're in and out. We're in and out. In and out. And it's raining. In and out of the rain. In and out of the rain. It's nice. It's easy breezy. Easy breezy. And again, another motivate your damn self Monday. Okay? Because you're too grown to be seeking motivation and validation from anybody else. Some people don't like that, but oh well. You gotta motivate yourself. You're grown. Pull yourself up by those bootstraps, those shoestrings, those laces. Everybody move ain't your move. Everybody way ain't your way. Thank you guys for those 2 thumbs up. I saw y'all earlier, and it wasn't that I didn't see you, but I was trying to get something done real quick. So I had to move and catch somebody, okay? I had to move. Since we keep moving, moving is what we do, right? Moving is what we do. Happy Monday to you. Happy motivational Monday, magnificent Monday, marvelous Monday. But first and foremost, what is key? Motivate your damn self. Okay? Motivate your damn self. If you need another adult to motivate you, that's probably over half the problem. Over half the problem. The other part of it is what put you in that position. Okay? Motivate yourself. I'm here to motivate young kids and adults. Young adults. Not rusty, crusty, seasoned adults. We old folks got to know how to motivate ourselves. How are we going to motivate them? How are we going to motivate them? If we out here looking for other women, grown men and women to motivate us, we got to motivate ourselves. All right? And if someone of your age does motivate you, you best believe it should be a peer, a family member, somebody who truly knows you, who you can reach out and give a hug to, touch their hand, them, okay? Their person. Somebody who truly gives a hoot about you. Don't worry about motivating somebody you don't know, because you don't know. You could be motivating a monster. Believe me, it's true. It's real. You could be motivating human monsters. If you don't like that, take it and stick it up the tallywhack. These people be getting mad about how you feel about stuff. But nobody can tell them how to feel about what they feel and what they go through. Y'all, this rain is going to be so good for the allergies, short term anyway. Not long term, but short term. If you like getting outside, I'm not encouraging anybody to go in the rain because, you know, if you have certain issues, you don't need to be in the rain. And you don't need to be in the rain, heavy rain anyway, anybody. But you know, certain joint issues, arthritis, and other issues as well. Don't go out there in that rain, okay? And if you do, then you know, okay? You know. So if you do suffer from allergies, if the allergens kick your butt, listen. This is a perfect time for you to be outside if it's raining in your area. Whenever it rains in your area. When it gets cloudy and those drops of rain start to falling, raindrops falling on your head. Man, I will say something. I can't even sing a tune over here. But when them raindrops get to falling on your head, okay? Enjoy. Dance in the rain. Enjoy that rain. But when it gets heavy, fall back. Fall back. A little water never hurt nobody, all right? We shower, we take baths, right? So that little rain's not gonna hurt you, okay? But don't be an idiot. Don't be out there in a, you know, unless you're running in and out, okay? You're trying to run in and out. Y'all know how we get caught in the rain sometimes. You're in the grocery store, and all of a sudden you hear the thunder roar. You hear that click, 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 that big clackle, and you're like, you're paying for your stuff. You're paying for your groceries or whatever it is. Then you got to go out there. And sometimes it's raining so hard. You have the whole, especially like if you're in Walmart, that little entryway. Sometimes it rains so hard to everybody just has to kind of hang out in the entryway to wait. So yeah, don't go out there if it's bad, if it's pouring, if it's thundering and lightning like that, right? But when that rain starts, you get that drizzle, that misty rain. Get out there and enjoy it. If you don't mind getting wet, you can be in your home. Once it starts, just get out there and enjoy it. People don't dance in the rain for nothing, okay? It feels good. It's stress relieving. It feels good and it's stress relieving. Look at the legs move. Everybody wants you to look at their legs. Move. Look at the legs move. Watch the legs move. Hopefully that encourages you to get up and move your legs. Not motivate. Close synonym. Not motivate, but encourage. Hopefully that encourages you to get up and move your legs. There is a difference to me between motivation and encourage, even though they are synonymous. I feel like people who need to be motivated, they got to get pushed. They really to get lifted, pushed, pulled, and that's okay. That's okay if you're the person to do that for them. But I'm not. I'm the person to encourage you once you've already started. I'm the person to encourage you once you've already started. Encouraging you to continue, to keep on, to keep moving. Keep moving, keep pushing, keep cruising. Keep doing the things that you need to do that are conducive to your health and wellness, your physical fitness, your emotional, mental, spiritual fitness, your growth. I'm gonna start speaking Spanish. So maybe I can have something to say that's not repeated verbatim, or that's not messed up because they're trying. So you guys get up and move. Again, I hope that you have moved for at least 30 minutes today and each and every day. Cardio is fine each and every day. Each and every day. I hope that you've moved for an hour. But if not, hey, the daily recommended time is 30 minutes, nonstop, consistently. Keep moving. Keep moving and be persistent about being consistent. Professional, not only personalized, but professional disclaimer, okay? Because again, many of us do have licenses. We have registrations. We have certifications, okay? So don't do anything you see me do or hear me say over here in Lion's Pride. If you do so at your own risk. Please consult, contact, talk with, have a conversation with your primary healthcare provider. Or DERS with an S. DERS with an S. Providers, okay? Be that your medical doctor, your general practitioner, your family doctor, your nurse practitioner, physician's assistant. If you've had some injuries in the past, physical therapist, occupational therapist, your psychologist, your psychiatrist. Half of it is in the what? The diet. Your nutritionist, your dietitian, your specialty doctors for the specialty issues that you have, right? Contact them. Contact them. Communicate with them. Keep the lines of communication open between you and them, and make sure that the lines of communication are open between them, right? Because people like to say that they know your health well. You have to be open as well. You have to be open as well, and you have to discuss the things that you know they don't know, right? That you know that they don't know. So have an open lines of communication with them, and make sure that they have open lines of communication with each other. One may want you to do something that the other is not quite ready for you to do. So you have to remember that. Over here in Lions Pride, we say that your health and your wealth. Health and fitness are your wealth. Not just your health and your fitness are your wealth. There's a lot going on around me. It doesn't sound like y'all, but it is. So I'm trying to keep my head going round and round and round and round and round. Okay, going round and round and round. Because you have to pay attention to your surroundings when you're outside. Hey, Georgia girl. You have to pay attention to your surroundings when you're outside. Keep your head on the swivel, okay? Think owl. Think like an owl. Look everywhere. Just like when you're driving, okay? You have to walk defensively, right? Happy Monday, host and chat. Enjoy your walk. Thank you, Georgia girl. I appreciate you. You have to happy Monday to you. Hope you had I know you had a happy Mother's Day. You had fun during Mother's Day. So listen, you gotta pay attention to your surroundings. You have to walk defensively. Just like when you're driving, you have to drive defensively, you have to walk defensively. Yes, George girl, you got to. And whether it's daylight, whether it's first dark, or whether it's dark. Because y'all know I walk anytime. I walk during the mornings. I usually come on my lives in the evenings, but I walk at night. Sometimes we finish up the evening live and it's turned dark. So, you have to be very, very, very mindful of your surroundings. Okay? And remember, this is what? May 12th? So, May 6th through 12th was Nurses Week, right? Nurses Week used to run like Sunday through Saturday. But for some reason, they decided to designate the 6th as the beginning. And so the 6th could be on any day, right? So the 6th fell on Tuesday. So we got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Those are your 7 days for Nurses Week. So happy Nurses Week. Happy Mental Health Awareness Month. And I say happy because we should be happy. Happy to help, happy to notice, and happy to inform and be aware that there are mental people who do suffer with mental health issues, okay? Mental health issues. So again, over here in Lions Pride, we do not, okay? We do not medically, clinically, professionally assess, diagnose, treat, or evaluate. And nothing that we say over here is meant to prevent. Okay? Okay? Go to your healthcare team to determine those things, to determine all of that. Yes, we have professional licenses, registrations, and certifications over here. All right? But we're on an app. And the app doesn't give us any of that. So we have to give professional disclaimers. And so I don't just give a personal disclaimer. I give a professional disclaimer. There are some doctors, nurses, therapists that come on here and they give information. I give just a little bit. Just a little bit. We just drop nuggets. We drop nuggets over here. Okay? We drop nuggets. Just nuggets. Small nuggets, medium nuggets, large nuggets. But we don't go into too much detail because you don't want someone saying that you told them to do something, right? Okay, Georgia girl, thank you. I appreciate you. So anyone who's listening to the live, who catches me before I end the live, because I won't be live long today. Usually my people start coming in toward the end of the live, toward the middle or end. Because my folks work, okay? My folks be working. They be getting it in. So to anyone who catches this live or catches the live replay, right? You never know who's going to hear your message. Messages reach the masses. It doesn't matter if it's one person in your chat or two people in your chat, right? It doesn't matter if there's one person or two people in your chat. And as a professional, we work hard for these licenses, these registrations, these certifications that we get. So it really annoys me when I see people who don't have one, spreading misinformation, okay? That being said, I always put out my professional disclaimer as well as I just call it my professional personalized disclaimer. Okay, everybody can put out a personal disclaimer, but I'm putting out my professional personalized disclaimer because the YouTube doesn't educate us like that. They don't give us those licenses. So we have to be very, very protective of them. Okay? And that's why I don't go into great detail. I say a little bit. I drop a few nuggets. You guys in the chat, you drop a few nuggets. You tell us about the things that work for you and your family members and friends. You tell us about things that you've known to work and be successful. And we appreciate those nuggets. So anybody catching this live or catching the replay, I want you to take those nuggets, research. And when you do your research, make sure that you research reputable sources, right? Reputable sources, right? Not just any old whatever.com. Now, some .coms are good, but the better sources are the .orgs, .organizations, the .edus, the .educations. And some of the .coms are good and some of the .nets are good. But the more reputable ones are the .orgs, the .educations, edus. And I'm not going to say the .government right now, okay? Because I'm not fooling with this government. You got this government letting in white South African refugees. So y'all want to know, see, the more and more he's in office, the longer and longer, as time passes, we see what he's all about, right? So you have people that come from Haiti and places like that. They send them back out into the sea, right? But today he said he didn't care what color a refugee is. He wants to help protect them. But you're shipping out all these brown people and you're shipping in people from South Africa, white people from South Africa who say they've been discriminated against racially. Well, guess what? You got South Africans online and all over the place saying they highly doubt that. They highly doubt that. South Africa, the place of apartheid, okay? You got white people coming over here saying that they were discriminated against racially. Okay, well, we have brown and black people who come over here all the time. They don't get to fly on the planes and land in the Dallas airport in Virginia safely and welcome with open arms. They come on boats and ships and shit like that, right? And they're escaping places that won't allow them to speak politically. They're facing places where their lives are in danger. So they try to come over here, but they get sent back. But we just got 59 refugees from South Africa, okay, who say that they're facing racism in South Africa. South Africa is the United States all over again. 1960s and back, that's what South Africa is. Nelson Mandela. So you mean to tell me you got white people over there getting discriminated against? What? Don't say it's racial. If it is, it's not racial. It's socioeconomic status. It's not racial. So you don't see Americans running to Canada because we're not making the money we want to make. They look like they were just fine getting off their airplane to me. But let me tell y'all something. You come into this chat or you leave a message on the replay, I don't give a flying how you feel about it. Your King Dump is racist. He's racist. Your King Dump is racist. Every other immigrant or refugee that has tried to come over here of color has been denied and sent back. They've had to sneak if they were able to stay. But now we got, and look at the pictures of the people getting off the plane. And they're coming over here as refugees because they can't have they're being discriminated. Discriminated against by who? There are no black South Africans discriminating against nobody. And if they are, What does it get them? They don't have, it's just like over here in America, when you want to call a black person racist. How? They can't oppress anybody. When you apply for loans, black people aren't shutting those loans down left and right. When you apply for housing, black people aren't the ones getting rid of the housing. When you apply for any type of assistance, black people aren't the ones denying that. All right? So y'all racist king dump. And I'm gonna make the thumbnail about that shit too, because this shit pisses me off. Y'all racist king dump just allowed 59 white South Africans over here, in addition to all the Russians that he let over here. But the one thing about it is, and I don't even know if this video right here gonna stay up, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Just like I don't be giving a damn what people say when I fight my fights the way I fight my fights. I don't give a damn what an app says. See, I'm not on here trying to get monetized to make a few cents. I like my channel, I love my channel, and I appreciate the ability to do that. But we as black people, we need to realize and understand that there are greater issues as a whole. And some of you guys voted for this idiot that says all of a sudden today, he doesn't care what color you are. If you're facing discrimination, these people are saying that they're facing racial discrimination in apartheid, the place of apartheid, the king of the homeland of apartheid, South Africa. But then when you have people coming from Haiti, they get sent back on out there in the sea. So to the black people that voted for him and the black people who decided, oh, they're gonna do what they want to do anyway, so I'm not voting for anybody. When I talk to you, this is my real life. When I talk to them, first I ask them, did they vote? If they didn't, I don't even want to hear it. Hey, Jill. George Girl said, I'm cooking and listening. Okay, thank you, Jill. George Girl says, King dump, not surprised. Okay, exactly. Jill says, fast, there are more bigger issues going on in the world today. Right, he let 59 people that we know of, all right, they got off the plane, the Dulles Airport in Virginia, over here, because they're facing racial discrimination. Okay, we face racial discrimination every day in this country. We face racial discrimination every day in this country. And if you catch this replay, you bring your ass in my chat. Tell me how we're not facing racial discrimination when every black person who has a position, a high-ranking position, from the military on down in any governmental capacity, has been removed from their job. We had the first African-American woman Librarian of Congress to be fired for no damn reason. Later, about to retire. For no reason. Fired. And we got people on here fighting with each other about pennies. About pennies that they could say tomorrow, or they could say right now, nobody's monetized. They could say right now, nobody's monetized. You got people on here arguing about the worst type of stuff. Do I get petty? Hell yeah, because y'all know I tell you, I don't discriminate. I'm not going to say, I'm no hypocrite. Because if you F with me, it's a must that I F with you. I might be petty. I'm not going to go just picking with folks. They got to pick with me first, and I'm going to be petty. Nobody can tell me how to fight my fight. And usually I'm not really fighting, I'm just being petty. Because people choose to be petty with me. Yeah, I be tit for tat. You may not see it, but I see it, and I know it. But when it comes to real life stuff, do you think whatever issue I have with somebody will stop me from helping them? Somebody I have an issue, it could be somebody I grew up with and I can't stand. If they tell me they lost their federal job, they're having or whatever to try to help these people back, I'm right there with them. I'm right there supporting them. I probably can't stand them, but I'm right there supporting them. Would they support me? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But we love to say we aren't our ancestors. We're not. Y'all tell the truth when we say that, but you don't have the right rationale behind it. We're not our ancestors because our ancestors stood for something, even when they had to fall for it. When they had to get knocked down, because they really didn't fall, they got knocked down. But when they got knocked down, they got back up. So we have white South African refugees, 59 of them. They're having certain types of federally funded programs to promote people having babies. White women. So y'all, that Roe versus Wade thing, that wasn't for us. That wasn't for us. They say we still make up maybe about, we used to make up 12% of the population for years. Now they say it's like 14. But you know, this country is still browning, right? It's browning and it's blackening. So a lot of y'all don't want to help the brown people. Not understand the rationale. Believe me, I understand the rationale. But at some point, black people, brown people, people of color, period, need to know that it's more of us than them. And I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's more of us than them. So why do we continue to let the differences, the subtle differences that we have, pull us apart, keep us from helping each other? I understand my black African-American sisters and brothers. I understand where they come from. When they had that thing April 5th, I understand why a lot didn't participate. Because everything that our people have fought for, everybody else, every other minority reached the benefit of it besides us. So I understand. But what I'm saying today is that we are at a point where if you are black, brown, you better get over that bullshit. You better get over the bullshit. Because as we see today, King Donald Trump is willing to pull white immigrants in to keep the numbers where they want the numbers to be. So when he says he wants to send American criminals, he wants them to be in prison at Alcatraz, or he wants them to be in prison in other countries like El Salvador who will create prisons for them. Which American prisoners do you think will be sent over there? Once you're convicted and you're sent up and you're locked up, which American prisoners do you think are going over there? The white ones aren't going. The white ones aren't going. Because in their minds, white people are above the law. You see this idiot is accepting a jet or a plane or something like that. Presidents aren't supposed to accept those type of things. And when Hunter Biden did that little bullshit that he did, he was under investigation. Every time Hunter Biden couldn't take a dump. He couldn't take a dump, but they were saying he was doing this, he was doing that. Now you have the clown of the United States of America receiving a jet as a gift that he says will be put in the Trump library of whatever bullshit. Some bullshit. Some bullshit. Yeah, they probably gonna take this lie down. I don't give a flying. So you be trying to be cool, calm, and collective on here. But sometimes you just gotta just let people know how you truly are for real. So when it comes to those issues, that's how I am. That's why it does sadden me sometimes. Like I said, we're all human. We're gonna be a little petty with each other. We're gonna do some stuff. Everybody's not gonna like everybody. We're gonna get into it. But why is it that a good example that most of you can probably identify with? On your job, quote unquote Becca can come and tell you all of Sarah's business, right? When she gets mad at Sarah. And you fall for that issue if you want to, and you tell Becky all of your business. Guess what? When Sarah gets up for a promotion and you're up for that same promotion, and if it comes to a vote, guess who the hell Becky gonna vote for? Huh? Guess who Becky gonna vote for? She gonna vote for Sarah, dummy. Sarah. So when I see these black people on YouTube, I be like, girl, guy, boy, dude, whatever you want to call them, what you bitching about? All this stuff was never for you anyway. You're sitting here talking about getting the people out who aren't legal. Hell, those people were over here. The only ones who probably weren't over here from the beginning is you know who. Those people have ancestors that went all back and forth across their border like it was nothing. This was their land. It was the natives' land of all color, of all melanated flavors, okay? But of course, Johnny Come Lucky comes along and takes it, as they do with anything. Now, when I get off, I'm about to get off this live because I'm about to get pissed off and I don't want to keep talking about it because it hurts like crazy to see African-American people on here going at it. And I ain't talking about, like I was saying, that little petty stuff. I'm talking about hard, cold going at it. And not realizing what's happening to them right there. Did y'all know that the mayor of Newark, New Jersey was arrested basically for nothing? For nothing. Nothing. Hey, Tashana. Hey, like, look at those gorgeous there. Appreciate you, Tashana. Nothing. Which melanated flavor is your flavor, sis? Can't you see the legs? Can't you see the legs? Jill says you are speaking straight facts. That's what I'm saying, Jill. So I'm talking about. It doesn't matter if you're brown, black, yellow, green, or orange. Okay? All this flavor, and all we can do is be divisive. We got those that lack the color being divisive enough. And you sit up and you try to sniff up and behind them like they have a place for you. Look at our administration. So like I said, before you bring your ass in this chat, before you even get started, if that's where you're going or you're trying to get started, you can't tell me ish about an administration that when they have a cabinet meeting, I don't see one black person, male or female. I don't see one brown. And don't tell me anything about the dude with the FBI. Because he's what you call an Uncle Tom. See, Uncle Toms aren't just black people. He's not. He said he mean coffee type. Wait a minute. He didn't say that. He said I mean like I'm a coffee type guy. You a coffee type guy. I like black coffee. I like brown coffee. I like all flavors of coffee. I like all flavors of coffee. I don't like white chocolate. And I'm just gonna tell you, it's just too sweet to me. It's too tender. It's too sweet. I like strong black and strong brown. So I came on here today to say that we got an idiot receiving gifts from kings and things of that nature, that sort, right? I mean, I don't even care about that. Let him do what he do. Y'all, he ripped the country off the first time. Y'all should have known he would rip the country off the second time. Second time, he should have known he would be worse. I can't believe the number of people who said he would be better. Be better how? He knows how to work the system better now. He knows how to get people. Have you ever seen, how many presidents have you lived through? Did you ever see anybody in a cabinet meeting kissing Bush's ass to the point of no return? Clinton's, Obama, Biden, even this idiot's first term. Did you see anybody in the cabinet meeting? They can't even conduct a good, pure meeting, a meeting with substance. They can't do that because they're sitting there kissing the ass of a joker, of a dumb joker. But they kiss his ass. They know he's not smart. They know he's not that guy. They kiss his ass because he allows them. Now how we have platforms, like this is a platform. He allows them the place and the space. He allows them the positions to get paid to hold black, brown, yellow, poor of all colors down. Okay? You have some of these senators who said they would not touch what? Social Security. They would not touch Medicaid. What are they doing now? What is the discussion now? And they already have. They already have started. All right? They've already started touching them, destroying them. It's almost as if do y'all remember when he said that Africa was a ish whole country? It's almost as if he wants America to be an ish whole country. Because there are way more non-blacks on food stamps than there are blacks. If not for the simple fact that we're only 14% of the population. But in spite of that, my grandparents didn't get food stamps. And when my great-grandparents went to get food stamps, way back then, guess what? I think it was like $15. They told them to keep that. Keep that. That wasn't enough for them to go pick up a book. It was books back then. But guess who I saw in there mostly using the books? So it's as if he wants this country to be an ish-hole country. There are far, far more poor people of all races, creeds, and colors in this country than there are wealthy. So for all you people who are letting racism blind you, or all you people who are letting racism blind you to the fact that your socioeconomic status doesn't qualify you to sit with this person. I was about to say you'll learn, but sometimes people's hearts are so filled with hatred for people who don't look like them until at the end of the day, they figure this is all they have. So they can be poor and broke as a joke. And they'll still ride with the man, with the administration, with the group of people who keep them down. They'll continue to ride with that. They will continue to ride with that. Because after all, at the end of the day, they may not have money. They may not be able to sit at the table with them. And as they struggle like everybody else, like the black people, the brown people, and anybody else, they can look like this. But as they struggle, to them in their mind, at the end of the day, at least they ain't black. At least they aren't brown. And I don't know what type of, I don't know, I mean, I guess that's a comforting feeling to sleep with at night. Because let me tell you something, we black folks love our melanated skin, baby. Wouldn't, if we could have been born a different color, we wouldn't have been. Those are the ones who are strong in their faith and strong in themselves and realize what that color means. All right? If they say, well, we're going to let you be, we're going to roll back to the year, whatever year you were born. We're going to let you choose. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what the choice would be. Y'all know what the choice would be. Brown, black, all day. Even those who aren't brown and black. The tanning beds tell you that. The trips to the tanning bed tell you that. They may not want black skin, but they want a browning. They want a bronzing of the skin. And so that's why I cannot understand for anything in the world why so many black people fail for the Okido. You worried about getting brown people out of this country, when his agenda is to get you out just as well. His agenda is to get you out just as well. What president has ever discussed or talked about sending American citizens who have committed crimes and maybe even have been convicted and are locked up, sending them to prisons outside of the country? What president has ever done that besides this idiot? And it's so sad that the biggest criminal, one of the biggest criminals ever, y'all can't tell me nothing about a mofo who been impeached twice, convicted of sexual charges against, were convicted. So when they say that you can be anything in America, they literally mean you can be anything in America. But what they don't tack on to that is as long as you're white. Because there is no way on God's green earth that they would have let Obama be reelected after being found guilty of the things this man has been found guilty of. And you see he keeps picking with Letitia James. See, Letitia James isn't like that bird down there in Georgia. Letitia James got some charges that when you get out of office, buddy, those statute of limitations will not have run out. That's why he's trying to strip Letitia James of anything he can. Because Letitia James has on some charges. Those statute of limitations won't run out. So God got you, Letitia James. God got all of us, but God got you, Letitia, as far as that stuff goes. How the hell you make laws? You become a nation of laws, but you're so wrapped up in your hatred and racism that you allow a man, and now men, to commit crimes that nobody else can commit, but they don't have to serve the time. And then you find a way to justify it. It's just like right now, to receive that jet is illegal, unconstitutional at most. Even if you don't say it's illegal, it's unconstitutional at most. And instead of his constituents, his cronies, his counterparts saying, well, I don't know, but if he don't give a damn about people, they don't give a damn about people enough to step up and talk about the Social Security issue, the Medicare issue. They don't give a damn about a jet. But it's just the crime part of it. It's the crime part of it, the criminality of it. They won't even say, you had one or two that are saying something. This man is saying he wants to be reelected in 2028. Well, if that's the case, you open up the door to Biden being 150 if he wants to running again, to Obama running again, to Clinton running again, to George W. running again. And that's fine by me. That's fine by me. You open the door up to that. So I'm going to get out of here, y'all, because it's been almost 45 minutes, and I wanted to stay on for like 30 minutes today because I have something to do. But what I wanted to make sure that I did was get on here and encourage you guys to move for at least 30 minutes every day of the week. There's nothing wrong with cardiovascular aerobic activity 7 days a week, unless you have certain issues that you have discussed with your primary care doctor. And I don't know about those. You guys know about those. Again, don't do anything you see me do or hear me say over here. If you do, you do so at your own risk. Okay? Make sure that you consult with, contact, talk to, converse with, communicate with your healthcare team and any member thereof. Make sure that the lines of communication between them are open. So look at the legs move. Watch the legs move. Look at the legs move. Okay? Full legs. Watch them move. Get up and move your legs. Move your arms. Move your waist. Move your body. Work your body. Work your body. Make sure you don't hurt your body. All right? Work your body. Work your body. Don't overexert your body. Don't overexert your body trying to do the things that your body's not prepared to do yet. And don't try to compete where you don't compare with others. Start where you are. You know where you are. Start there and proceed. Start there and improve. Your stamina will increase. Your endurance will get better. All right? Your stress will go down. Okay? All of that will improve. Hopefully, those are the goals. So whether your goal is to lose weight, to get some mental relief, stress relief, emotional relief, spiritual relief, or to just improve your overall fitness level, get up and move something. Keep moving. Keep moving. Consistently and be persistent about it. Keep moving. Keep pushing. Keep grooving. Keep cruising. Right? Imagine going up a hill. Imagine someone pulling you as someone else pushes you. After a while, tell them to let go. And do it yourself. Do it yourself. If you can. Don't ever do anything that you know that you cannot do. You want to work your body, not hurt your body. Do not do things that you know that you cannot do. Do not do things to try and prove to someone else that you can do when you can't. You never know who you're competing against. Military, former athletes, or people who just have worked out all their lives consistently and been persistent about it. So you cannot compete where you don't compare. I shoot hoops. I can't compete with LeBron James. Why would I get on here if he's on here every day and I start trying to compete with him? That's crazy. I just can't do that, right? Know your limits. Know where you are and proceed from there. Improve and improve. Y'all remember the R words. Relax. Relate to the things that you can. Release. Remember who you are. Remember some things you used to do. Revisit those things. Reestablish yourself. Reevaluate. All right? Recognize. Recognize. Self-recognition. Right? Respect. Respect. Reconstruct. Rebuild. Replenish. When your cup is half empty, think of it as half full and refill it. Restore. Rebuild. Re-implement some things that help you. Some things that maybe you haven't done in a while that help you, whether they help you physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. Right? Get back to those things and allow those things to help you again. Replenish your heart, mind, body, and soul. And remember that four-letter word self is a prefix for a lot of great words, right? Self-love, self-commitment, self-improvement, self-motivation. Motivate yourself Monday. Self-awareness, right? Meet you where you are. Meet you where you are. Whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, or again, spiritually. Meet you where you are. You are your biggest cheerleader. You are your biggest support system. That's why I say I don't motivate people anymore. I don't even try. I don't even put that as a part of my commentary, my talks, my walk and talks, or whatever it is. I have learned that people are too old for me to motivate them. I want to motivate children and young adults. But I will encourage you in anything positive that you've started on. You just want to feel like, I don't want to do this. I'll encourage you to continue. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Motivate Yourself Monday, marvelous Monday, magnificent Monday. All right. Remember, don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let stressed people stress you out. All right. And whether you like somebody, dislike somebody, love them, hate them, whatever you do, find the common cause to be able to let that go and fight together when you need to. So I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk and Lions Pride. Bye, y'all. Look at Rexus. What's his name? Rexus, the coffee man. I think. Are you a man? Tashana came in here. Jill came in here. And Georgia Girl was first. Y'all check out the content creators in the group. Thank you, subscribers, moderators, content creators, and YouTube. Okay. I appreciate y'all. Bye.